Hello, welcome back to the Off-Grid family. Today I went to start using my laser. I haven't used it for a little while. I've been quite busy and quite, caught up in other projects and so on. But I went to move the exhaust tube and it just ripped to pieces. It is basically, the sunlight has completely broken it. It's denatured the plastics, and it's literally, in some places it's more like carry a bag, and in other places it's just like ripping really, really easily. I did originally try and cut it and, save what wasn't damaged, but it just didn't work. So I went with another alternative, and I thought, well, hang on, I've got a couple of the laundry ones for like going on the back of a tumble dryer, and I thought I'll give that a go. So basically I'm just going to try that now and see if you can use a laundry one as an exhaust for the K40. Who knows how this is going to go. It may go well, it may not. Anyway, before I get on, I'd just like to thank Darren, my Patreon. Dude, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being with the channel for so long. I really appreciate it. I really do. And if you'd like to join him, pop down in the description. Anyway, let's get on. Oh no, I killed Bender. No, I didn't. My K40 bit of piping has broken. It's like every time I try, I've cut it back and then it just rips. I think this has been in the sunlight for too long and it's just denatured and it's gone all horrible. So I was looking around in my junk drawer and I found that I had an old dryer tube. And I think this should work pretty well, considering all it is a tube, you know what I mean? It's like, that's all I need. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to, I wonder if that will work. I'm going to attempt to connect it to the back of the K40 and see how we get on. But yeah, it should work, and it should actually be a little bit easier because this one's quite stiff. It meant that when I moved it to the window, I had to keep messing about with it. But this may work better. So, let's see. So the whole reason for this video now is because of this. Is just basically it's been in the sunlight for so long that it just rips in places, and no matter what I've done to avoid that, it's too far gone. So what I'm going to do, but this one is, well, I've been trying to get out and I've obviously already ripped it. Nice. Right, so that can go in the bin. So what we need is we need to be able to connect this to here somehow, and then we need to connect this to here somehow. And I went to a shop near us, got a whole thing of clamps for £1.69. Bargain. So I think, which one am I going to use? This one? No, wait, this one is up here. Okay, if I'm going to clamp this here. So, idiot. Okay, that's on there solid enough. I will do a little bit more, I think, but by hand, so I don't want to crush it or anything. Okay, this end I was going to get something circular, like a tube of some kind, whop it in, and then I was going to connect it that way, but I might be able to push it in enough to be able to, I don't know, maybe even screw it in like the last one. Ooh, did not expect this to work. I'm pinching a bit in here, and I'm basically turning it like I would have with the last one. Well, I did not expect that to work. Oh. Okay, so this is our little thing, and this is going to be clipped onto the back of the laser now, and then we'll test it out and see if it actually works. Okay, so who'd have thought it did work, and it worked pretty well. I've used it a few times now. The only issue I'd have is if there was hot exhaust going through it, which there isn't. That would be the only reason to, you know, be concerned. But you should never leave your laser on anyway, not without being in the room with it. So just keep your eye on it if you ever do something like this, just to make sure. But it works for what I need, and if you're going to try it at your own risk. But please never leave your laser activated and on if you're not in the room. Anyway, thanks again to Darren. Thanks to you guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.